Okay, I think we're live. Peace, love, and so much blessings, and welcome to Friday Night Live. My name is Wanda Sankara. I am a purpose coach and a quantum creative. If you are watching this live, how are you doing? Let me know how you are. And if you are watching this on the replay, then do give me a hashtag replay and let me know that you stopped by. Okay, so if you are watching this live or you've been waiting for this live, apologies. Technical difficulties on my side. Basically, the internet disappeared. Thanks and praise, the internet is now back. So we're just giving thanks, giving big gratitude that we are here now in connection. So tonight's Friday Night Live is all about, hey Leanne, how are you doing? I like that. Hello. Yeah, so this Friday Night Live is all about how to let go of overthinking. And it's very interesting because, as I said, I've had technical difficulties on my side. And, you know, a lot of the time when I'm doing these types of presentations, I, make some notes and all the rest of it. Couldn't access anything. And then I was like, okay, well, you can still do it. Like, you're overthinking, right? Because all of the notes that I made were notes that came from my head anyway. So if I just relax, don't overthink, and get into a state of creative flow, then as the dear Robert Nesta Marley says, everything's gonna be all right. So yeah, so this is how we are rolling. So what is overthinking anyway? Like, can we overthink? Can we think too much? I am an Aquarian. I don't know what star sign you are. Let me know what birth signs you are if you even follow that flow. But I am an Aquarian, and I once heard the Aquarian mind described as a computer that doesn't switch off, right? So if anybody knows about overthinking, yeah, it's me. If there's any other Aquarians out there, let me know how it goes for you, right? But I think a lot. You're a Sagittarius. So I don't know, are Sagittarius overthinkers, right? Now, what is it to be an overthinker, right? Worry is an aspect of overthinking. Big up there. We've got two Sagittarius in that. Sagittariuses. I know it's not the last one. And I know my English teacher will give me a little kick up the backside for that one, right? So 2 Sagittarians on the live. Big up yourself, big up yourself, big up yourself. So do you overthink? And what is overthinking, right? Not sure if it's a common trait, but I definitely am, right? So with the overthinking, right? If you ever find yourself worrying, you ever find yourself in a situation where you're like, what if this, what if that? And especially I think overthinking kind of lends itself to being negative overthinking, right? So always like, but what if this, but what if that? Second guessing oneself, right? So there's something you're doing, you know what you're doing, and then you start to second guess and backtrack, and then you're like, oh, but what if it goes wrong? What if nobody's there? What if no one? Yeah, this is all overthinking. Or if you find yourself, ever had this one, right? So something happens, an interaction happens, and you react in a particular way. After the situation, you start playing out all of the ways that you could have handled it, or maybe all of the ways that you think that you should have handled it, and maybe what the other person, then you start thinking about what the other person is thinking and how they could have read your behavior, and maybe you should have done something different, but maybe if they'd done something, this is all overthinking. If you find yourself in a situation where you can't sleep or whatever, all of this is overthinking. That is totally me, right? Yeah. So all of this stuff is overthinking. So why do we overthink? So I put part of my, my astrological template as being part of my overthinking. I think we can learn overthinking from those around us, parents, loved ones, etc. And I think it's part of our society, what we've been encultured in, and it makes money. Like insurance, yeah? If people didn't overthink, I don't know how much insurance would get sold, right? So it's something that we're encultured into. Sometimes it's disguised as being cautious or sensible or discerning. But actually, overthinking can lead to depression, can lead to not doing the things that you could be doing and that you really desire to do, because you're overthinking, because you're second guessing. Overthinking brings in doubt and all of that vibration. Let me know if this is making sense for you, whether you're watching it live or whether you're on the replay. Let me know if this is all making sense to you, right? And so how do we get past some of this overthinking? And as I said, I'm not talking on a theory. I'm talking about the things that I use, and I use on myself, and I use with people that I work with, right? So one of the things that will make you say, I want my money back from this life, is really simple. And it's breathing. Breathing, slowing it all down, giving yourself a new focus, right? So simply, and it doesn't mean that by taking an inhale and an exhale that everything is immediately going to stop, yeah? But it helps to tell your body, yeah, your central nervous system, all of that, tell your body that you're not in danger, that you're safe, that you can slow things down. And also there's a specific breathing technique where I use breathing and counting, right? So we know in, I don't know, anger management and stuff, they say, oh, count to, find yourself in a situation and count to 10 and take a deep breath, right? So this is more like counting to 8, right? Inhaling for 3 beats and exhaling for 5 beats, which will look like in, 2, 3, out, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, 2, 3, out, 5, 6, 7, 8. This looks like it's so simple, right? It could all be so simple, as Laurn Hill says, right? And it is simple. However, because you're counting, you're not inhaling for 4 and exhaling for 4, you're inhaling for 3 and exhaling for 5 whilst counting to 8. What happens is it gives your brain a focus for a moment. Yeah, try it. I'm inviting you to try it. Try and do it try 5 times in a row and see if your brain isn't focused on what you are doing. Yeah, and it just gives you an opportunity to slow down all of that. But what is this? But what is that? Yeah, and even if it doesn't completely disappear, it slows it down. It becomes, what do they call it? White noise or black noise in the background. It's true. Overthinking leads to fear. That's right. The what if, right? And so as part of this, turning your what ifs into affirmations, as in, what if it does work? What if it does go great? What if my dreams can come true? There's another energy that you can put into the what ifs. But definitely if we find ourselves in those situations where we're overthinking and it feels like our head is going to pop or we can't sleep, all of that kind of stuff, literally try that technique to just slow it all down. Now, another thing, when we are overthinking, we are in our head. I'm looking around because how do you lose water? Oh, I found my water. Yeah. So when you are overthinking, you're in your head, right? You're in your head. You're in that space. And this is not the only place that we can get our intelligence from. This is not the only place that we can function from. So literally just visualize your consciousness as a golden light in front of your forehead, in front of your third eye, and just bring that consciousness into your mind, and then just imagine it dropping into your heart space. So coming from your head and into your heart, yeah? So we call that dropping into your heart, right? And so I've done that and I've gone, right, visualize this, bring it into your brain. This is your consciousness, and now bring your consciousness into your heart and just breathe into that consciousness and imagine it amplifying, right? Now that is something that after doing regularly, now I can drop into my heart. Yeah, I don't necessarily have to go through all of the steps. You know, like with everything, right? It gets, the more and more you do it, builds up momentum, it gets quicker, it becomes a habit, etc. So when you find yourself in those situations where you are overthinking and second guessing your way out of your purpose, out of your freedom, out of the love of your life, whatever it is, drop into your heart. Drop into your heart. You can put your hand on your heart, focus on your hand, and breathe. Come out of your head, whatever's taking place. The world is not going to end if you don't think the next thought. It's okay to let it go. And as I said, today, with all of the technical challenges, this wasn't even how I was planning to share this Friday Night Live, because I had a framework, and then I was like, don't overthink it. Drop into your heart, be thankful the internet's back on, and press live. So this is it live in action. And this is what I love about the universe, is that when you are working on something, teaching it, sharing it, you get another layer of it. Yeah, you get it like live in action. So these are not just theories. These are things that can be put into practice. So this is a short Friday Night Live, but let me know how it goes. And the other thing as well that can help with overthinking and worrying is mastering your time. Yeah, people say time management, time planagement, but mastering your time. So if you are always close to the edge, if you are always 1 minute to go, if you are always 11th hour, then sometimes just taking the pressure off can give you more time to see what is going on around you. And so I have a little freebie for you. Yes, it's a freebie. It's a micro training. It's a micro training. So it's not the bigger trainings that sometimes we do in this group over 3 days or 5 days. This is like a 30-minute time mastery training. So I'm going to pop the link in the comments and try it. Let me know what you think, and just allow more space for grace and ease in your flow, in your process, in your purpose journey. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know your flow, and let me know how you get on with the time mastery training for those of you who want to make time for the things that really matter, you know? Yeah. That is it from me. Thank you. Big up, big up, big up to those who are watching on the replay. And yes, I love these hand sign, you know, that hand sign. Yeah. I guess it's sending you love. I am also a Reiki practitioner, so I always look at it as like Reiki hands and sending Reiki love energy. So that's what I'm doing for you all today. So much peace, so much love, and so much blessings. Oh, one more thing before you go. I've put a thread up which is all about if you've got a business, to promote it in the group. So if you've got a business, you've got a venture, you've got a cause, you've got a charity, anything that you've got going on in your purpose world, please drop it on the thread. And to the others, please have a look at the thread. Now that is really it from me. So Peace and love I bring to you. Peace and love.